right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you.
Yeah, Claire!
Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Welcome back. I've missed you. Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of Thomas Was Alone. This little indie game, quadrilateral sort of strategy game, I suppose. Possibly one of the most imaginative little games I've played for a while. Yeah, so you've got to get all your little blocks into these portals, and Claire has superpowers because she can do this.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive. As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Good for you, Claire. You're doing something good here.
Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Yeah, I think you should become a lone Avenger, Claire. I seriously think you should. Derp, derp. Yeah.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Because the world is evil. I think I'm stuck here. There we go. Whee! This is a nice game. I do like this game.
Probably needed a nemesis, a villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
What did I just do? Whee! Bop. Although one thing I will say, you can't really play this game for very long lengths of time at a time. It does get slightly boring, I must say. Well, it might just be me.
Wait. Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall? If Claire was honest, and she had to be because she was a superhero, this was a troubling turn of events. Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
Woohoo! Right. Yeah. Oh man. This could be hard-ish.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse. They were doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
So sweet. Last one. Thomas, you don't really have to do anything alone. Apart from those first couple of levels where you were alone. So, yeah.
Claire
just me?
was alone. Which was odd. Because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes? That was new. Claire avoided them.
Well,
She
try to
decided
avoid them.
they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
Yeah, no one likes the red kryptonite. Woo! This is the same level, but with Thomas.
Wow. Deja vu.
Stop, you made me lag
The
on
world was
this.
repeating. And this time Thomas was here.
Damn.
Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the force.
That's cheesy.
Something had altered the matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
Chris! Oh right, the world. That makes more sense when you think about it, actually. Woohoo! What? Damn. That was, eventful, to say the most. Ooh, Claire hasn't died once in this level. Hang on a second. I built protections into the system. When overlaps occurred, the world generated a splitter to remove the unwanted additionals. It's like a white blood cell. It investigates, it captures, and it removes from play. Creepy. But now we've got a pink rectangle and Chris. It's not very...
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
But I just got goosebumps. What can Laura do? Laura, tell us. The music suddenly got really creepy as well. I'm scared.
Laura didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself until now. More important was the little orange thing.
Oops. So she's really bouncy.
As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
Don't worry, Chris hopefully won't abandon you. Ooh.
Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remained, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend.
Okay, now this is creeping me out. Oh my god. Oh, this one's
With
zoomed
every
in.
bounce, Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something.
Well, that's clever. Some really creepy music going on in the background right now. What?
She'd wonder what he was up to. Was he missing her? He wasn't saying very much.
Yeah, Chris doesn't really talk very much. This is seriously creeping me out now.
Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her.
That's sweet.
Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
No. What is this large ominous pixel? Seriously. Damn. I'm determined to do this. There's probably a much better way to do this, like using Laura. Let's see what Laura should do. Right. God. Yeah, you're probably supposed to use Chris to get Laura up, and then do something with that. Let's see here.
Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Holy moly. This could take a while. I'll underestimate one of the jumps. No, this could take a while. Okay, I finally got Chris to the other side. That took long enough. Oh boy. Okay, let's try the tower. Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Pixel cloud is still around. Wait, this is for Chris. Get John down here and Chris. Chris, you're not your girlfriend until you ask her out.
Was it too early to refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
Right, this is a job for John. What is this black pixel?
The others seemed suspicious of Laura, and the eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but they wouldn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude. Rude? And always there.
That was a weird level. Ha! Pixel cloud. Oh my god.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind? Rude.
Yeah, that's kind of rude. This is really getting confusing. I think we have to use these two. This is gonna take a while. I'm getting confused now. How am I supposed to do this? I can get Thomas up, I think. Like this. Yep. And how am I supposed to get these guys up? Because I have to get onto that one and then jump across. So let's try Laura first. There we go. Ish. Now? Yep. Down. You have to get her on top of Thomas, probably. And Chris. Okay, Chris, it's your turn. Man, this is a hard level. Then again, when I come back and play this, like after I finish the game or something, it'll probably be really easy. Darn. Okay, come on. Come on! Get your fingers ready. Yeah. Nope, nope. Okay. Now I think what we have to do is sort of what we did with the first Chris puzzle. Get that out there. We need to get... Oh man. Damn. Okay. Darn it. Holy moly. Okay. Well, that's that, I guess. Let me continue. Yep, here we go. All done. Come on. That sound is annoying. Ah! Stop. That took way too long. I don't know how long this second episode is, but I'll probably just do this level depending on how hard it is. As in, I probably won't do this level, so that's going to be it from me for this episode. It's probably a bit of a shorter episode, but I really hope you've enjoyed watching this. As always, leave a comment to tell me if you want to see me play any games, and I'll try to play them. Yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Oops, just dropped something. If you want to keep up to date on what I'm doing with this series and many others, well, not many others, I mean Feed the Beast Solo, I guess, but yeah, then you can click the subscribe button, as that always helps support the series and the channel. So thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.